Hi everybody, I'm Julie Auclair. You're watching Parents TV. What parent doesn't love the idea of making choices that are not only healthy for their kids, but safe for the environment too? Well, our guest pediatrician, Dr. Alan Greene, wrote a book called Raising Baby Greene that can help us make those choices, and he's here now to tell us how to get started. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Julie. Great to be with you today.
Oh, well, we're happy to have you. Now, Raising Baby Greene is a really great guide for parents to choose the right products, the right food, and everything for their babies to keep them healthy. That's not only good for them, but good for the environment too. Why is that so important?
Well, parents are going to want to understand the things in this book because all of the big health concerns that are increasing in our time, asthma, ADHD, autism, cancer in babies, high blood pressure in kids, diabetes, obesity, the whole long list, all those things rapidly increasing. It's not our genes that have changed in the last couple of decades. It's the environment. It's the toxins in the environment. It's the way we eat, the way we feed kids. So the good news is that means for all those problems there are environmental solutions, ways to prevent and lessen the problem. And that's what this book is about. And
you start the book off with decisions that women make during pregnancy, whether or not to eat organic or not. What advice do you give to moms, or to moms-to-be, I should say?
Organic food is one really important way to begin to give a good environmental exposure to the baby. Before they're born, the only way they can get exposed to the outside world is through what mom takes into her mouth, the fumes she inhales, what goes on her skin, and the products she uses in her hair and teeth and things like that. So food is a really key one. If you're going to pick one time in life to choose organic, I would do it during pregnancy. But a lot of people aren't going to be able to do all of that. So in the book I have a list of the 5 foods that have the highest impact if you choose them during pregnancy.
Tell us about the 5.
So number 1 is milk. There's a new, for parents who drink milk, moms who drink milk, organic milk is a great choice. Or organic milk with DHA could even be better. The second one's also really high in the food chain, and that's if you eat beef, choose organic beef.
Why is that so important?
That's important, again, because of the hormones that are used in growing the beef that are still there after the makes it to the supermarket. So that's a big one.
Okay, what else is on the list?
Next one is potatoes, and that one often surprises people. Milk and meat sort of make intuitive sense, but why a potato? Well, when pesticides are used in the field, they go down under the ground into the storage part of the plant, the potato. And so after the potato is harvested, after you bring it home and you peel it and you wash it, it has the highest total load of pesticides of any produce in the U.S., according to USDA statistics. So I would choose organic potatoes during pregnancy.
Organic potatoes. Now, how about apples?
And then apples also. Apples are one of the biggest uses of organophosphate pesticides, the nerve gas insecticide. And organic apples, besides not using that, tend to have higher nutrient levels and taste better in blinded taste tests. So apples also.
And Dr. Soy made the list as well, right?
That's right. Soybeans are one of the crops that have the highest use of organophosphate pesticides as well. So I suggest if you're going to eat soy, choose organic soybeans and whole soybeans. Soy is a powerful food.
Okay, good advice on what to eat. Now let's talk about delivery. Most women give birth in a hospital. Are there ways to make this more environmentally friendly?
One thing I like doing is having a carbon neutral delivery. You can actually buy certificates to offset the carbon gases. So right from the beginning, you're thinking about the environmental impact your baby has on the world and the world has on your baby. But there's ways you can decrease medications. Having a doula in the delivery decreases the need for C-sections and narcotics and other things during pregnancy.
But does going green mean that you can't have an epidural?
It does not mean necessarily giving up the epidural.
That's a relief to a lot of women out there, I think.
That's right. What it does mean is trying to minimize the effect of toxins and minimize the impact on the overall environment.
Okay, now you've had the baby and you're going to bring the baby home, and you want to make sure you have a green room or a green nursery. How do you do that?
If I were going to pick just one thing, I would choose an organic cotton crib mattress. The conventional crib mattresses are made out of polyurethane foam, most of them, which is basically solid petroleum. So it's not only depleting resources, it's off-gassing petroleum fumes. The baby's face is right next to that and inhaling those things.
Wow, good to know.
And then because it's petroleum, it's very, very flammable, so they have to add a lot of chemical flame retardants, and that too can be an exposure to the baby.
Okay, now what about diapers, disposable or cloth? I think I know what you're going to say here.
Well, it turns out that whichever one parents choose, you can improve the environmental impact. If you don't make the environmental improvements difference. They're both about the same. But with the disposable ones, the big difference is choose ones made that are harvested sustainably, the wood is harvested sustainably, and it doesn't use chlorine. And there's a number of those in the market. With cloth ones, the key issue is how they're laundered. You want an Energy Star washer and dryer and the eco-friendly detergents. But there's a new one, a hybrid diaper, that's really cool.
You don't say.
The outside of it is cloth, and the inside of it, so it's reusable, but the inside is an insert that you just take out and you can throw away, or you could compost it in the garden, or even flush it down the toilet. It doesn't last in landfill.
Okay, now about feeding our babies. Is it really very important to make sure we give them all organic food, or just some?
I also have in the book a list of the top organic foods for babies, and certainly the things we've talked about here, if babies were going to get, you would want to be organic. But the most important green choice for babies is breastfeeding. Every time you nurse, you're really impacting their health and also helping the environment.
All right.
And for moms, they spend about 300 calories a day nursing, so it's like running 2 or 3 miles.
Exactly. It's a great diet right there, right?
There you go.
Dr. Greene, thank you so much. So much great information right there. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you, Julie.
And the book, Raising Baby Greene, is in bookstores now. Thank you for watching Parents TV, your source for the best information for your growing family.
Thank you for watching Parents TV, our families, our lives.